like it's very dramatic music. So hi everyone, Cian is my name. So I just want to say a few words before we kick off today. I originally started this crazy conference in 2012, and this year is 2022, so I suppose it's like a 1 and a 0 onto 2012. So who would have thought we would have like been here 10 years later? So it's funny how things happen. We ran the original Node.js meetup in Dublin in 2012, and the morning after one of the first meetups, I was talking with Anton Wally, who's around there somewhere, and we were mad hungover. Like we were in that kind of horror zone of hangover, and I just booked my tickets to go to NodeConf in Portland, Oregon, and I was giving out about like how long the flight was and that there wasn't a conference here, and then the two of us looked at each other and went, yeah, let's do it. Let's make NodeConf happen over here, you know. And it's just been it's been a really nice experience from, you know, literally having no idea what we were doing, saying, yeah, we're going to put on this conference. We had no money, we had no idea what we were doing, and but yet we were like, we should make this happen because no one else is doing it. And myself and my business partner at the time, we had to get like a €50,000 bank loan, personal bank loan, so that we could afford to run the conference. And we just pulled it together. Like it took us like 14 weeks from the first, from having that idea to running the conference. And actually the first conference was in the Guinness factory in Dublin, so that was kind of a first as well. It's definitely the first JavaScript conference in a Guinness brewery ever, like, you know. So it's just kind of gone from there, you know, like it's turned into a yearly thing. There's a lot of people I really love here that I've met through the conference, you know, and there's some people that have been at every single conference, I think, yes, including myself, but it's just a nice thing, you know. You get all these people who are, you know, from different parts of the world, different backgrounds, and like technology is the thing that's brought us together. And we get to go to this conference in this obscure location, and it is intentionally like difficult to get to, because if you really want to be here, you know, you're not going to come here unless you really want to be here. It's too much of an undertaking. So we try and kind of create a space then for the week where there aren't too many talks. You know, we don't want to do that to people. And there's plenty of time to hang out together, you know. And one of the things that I think is like, it's a personal success metric for me, is when somebody that attended a conference a couple of years ago ends up being a speaker a couple of years later, you know. That's a lovely thing. Like, so, you know, as all of you kind of like spend your time here today, like look at the people around you, like you make unbelievable friends and connections and all that, and you might be on stage next year, you know, or the year after or whatever, like. And you know, we have a couple of people here that are I don't know what we call them, like alumni speaker, I don't know, Illuminati, but yeah, it's really nice to see that, and I suppose the final thing really is just about you know, being nice to each other, like, you know. For me growing up, you know, a small town in the southeast of Ireland, you know, I was one of those kind of smart, quiet kids who had a tough time at school, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And you know, I think there are a lot of people similar here, you know, and you have this lovely thing where you have a conference which is about technology that brings everybody together, and that should be celebrated, because, you know, for me anyway, I still live in a small town, and nobody has a clue what I'm talking about most of the time where I live, you know. But when I come here, like, I meet people who get me, like, and I get them, you know. So being nice to each other and being respectful to each other and making a safe environment is so important, like, you know. It's a really lovely thing. So so that's it. I hope you all have a nice time, and yeah, I'll see you around over the conference. So thanks, guys.